as I was going down the stairs, I
Mhm.
felt like I'm going underneath the earth or in a place that's within the earth.
Mhm. What do you notice about that?
It has a smell. It smells like smells the earth. Humidity is in the air.
And what else do you notice as you look around?
Fairies, fairy people.
Tell me about them.
You would think that under the earth is nothing, but it's very much animated. Nature's nature's ghosts. They are small beings,
What do you mean by nature's ghosts?
and there are beings that have a consciousness that are linked to certain parts of the nature, like the soul of a plant or the soul of the bugs or the soul of a certain area of the earth.
Can you see them where you are?
I like it. I like to feel their presence. I feel there's the warmth and there's lots of love and of care that they bring to those elements,
That they bring to which elements?
to whatever they are taking care of.
What
Makes
else?
me see or feel or understand that every molecule, everything is inhabited with soul, or everything is alive, more or less. That's the
Mhm.
feeling that I'm getting from being in this place under the earth.
And when you look at your own body, what do you notice?
I'm feeling bulky. I'm not
What do
sure if I'm a bug. I probably am an insect.
Okay, what do you notice from the perspective that you hold? What do you notice directly around you?
I'm under the earth of a tree. So there's I can see roots, some of the roots of the tree. It's a lot of air. It's not that the earth has lots of ways, so I can walk easily
Mm.
through the earth.
Mhm. Is there anyone like you around you?
Yeah, probably there are some of the
Mhm.
other bugs, even though I feel closer to the fairy people.
Okay, can you see your body? Can you see your legs?
Yeah, I'm a bug. I have this round shape.
What else do you notice?
I look solid. I feel I'm solid.
Describe to me what you notice about your body.
I have many legs.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs. They are black. My head is having these antennas.
Mhm.
I use them to feel what's around.
What does that feel like in your antennas?
They are just like for humans, the eyes. It's just for orientation. They're useful for orientation.
Mhm. Nice.
Otherwise, I wouldn't know where I am.
And are you carrying anything?
Some earth. I'm carrying a ball of earth underneath.
What is the purpose of this ball of earth?
I am creating something with it. It's useful. It's for construction.
Are you going there now? You're taking this earth somewhere now?
Yeah, I'm working on my home.
So tell me about that. What happens next?
I feel quite alone in a way.
Mhm. Tell me about that.
Like I'm doing my bug life, working on that home that I have underneath the tree. Feel safe, feels good. It's no big deal, it's just a shape.
And so why do you feel alone?
Because I feel I'm not related to some other beings that are similar to myself from the shape that they have, like other bugs.
What makes you different?
I have no interest in their lives and they have no interest in my life. But I have interest in the fairy people.
So what happens next?
It's a cute scene.
Tell
I'm
me what you
sitting at
noticed.
a table. It's a
Mhm.
big white table, long. We're having a party with the fairy people.
Are you part of the party?
I am part of the party. I'm the only bug. There are lots of fairies.
Can you describe what you notice about the fairies?
Oh, that's not right. That's another bug. She's different. She's well, probably a praying mantis or something like this, because she's very long. Sitting a little bit on the right and looking at me from above.
And what do you notice about her? What stands out?
She looks at me as if she thinks, how could he get in here? What did he do to get in here? Normally, bugs don't have access to this kind of party
Mm-hmm.
with the fairy people. She's arrogant. She looks like me as if she's something better.
Well, what do you think about her and what she's doing here?
Well, she thinks she's like the queen of the party.
What's your Mhm.
Thinks of herself, yeah, she thinks of herself as if she's something better. I don't know what she's doing there.
What's your impression of her?
I kind of laugh. She thinks she's so much better and she knows everything. And I know she knows probably a lot, but she shouldn't be that arrogant. Doesn't mean that if I'm small and bulky and not very beautiful to look at, that I have no right to sit at the table with the fairies.
So how did you get into that party?
Well, I started to talk to them, and first they ignored me, then they started also to show some interest, and I got some friends. And at a certain moment, I crossed over to their frequency.
What was that like to cross over?
It was a loud sound. I think my ears, if I have some, explode almost. And I was then in a different reality, still in the same reality, but being able to cross to another frequency. I could see them, because until then I could only perceive them and sometimes hear them.
Was there something that they did to help you to cross over?
Yeah, they wished for, there was intention on both sides. I wished for to be able to be with them, and they wished for to be able to get me there with them. So it just happened.
What do you think it was about you that made them wish for you to be there?
They felt seen and acknowledged the way they are.
What else?
It was that they also want to cross over to the reality to be acknowledged by those who inhabit a real body. physical body. So I'm one of the people, I'm inhabiting a physical body. But usually those who inhabit a physical body have lost their senses. They're not that fine-tuned to be able to perceive the fairy people.
What are the qualities of the senses that allows something in a physical body to perceive the fairy people?
It's the sense of knowing that everything is special and inhabited by source, that everything is there for a reason and it has a soul.
And you were able to perceive, why were you able to perceive that?
I was just bored like that. There's no particular reason. I had the senses from the beginning. But that's probably the reason that I couldn't get along with the other bugs. Because there were a lot of them who did not have those senses, and it's not the understanding or knowledge. They were just doing their thing, bit in a, like robots, a little bit, just like a program. So sometimes you're closer to those who are not from your, or not are not like you, or are not from your race. Sometimes you can be closer to others that are there as well, but on another frequency, which makes you stand between two chairs, which can be as well very uncomfortable. You're not here, you're not there, just in between, always dancing, balancing out. And also a messenger between two worlds, like a bridge. It's like coming back to the back world and talking, or in a way talking, communicating to the other bugs about my party, for example, with the fairies.
So do you do that? You communicate to them about that?
I do that. What am I to lose? So for some of them listen and seem to be curious about it. Some of them think I'm crazy, well, crazy in the sense of they're just not interested because they don't see the benefit. There's no benefit in seeing the fairies or listening to them. There's no benefit. They think there's no benefit in understanding why everything is alive.
Do you think there's a benefit?
I think there's a benefit when you get out of your small world where you see just the benefit for your own survival. If you do that and you look at the bigger picture, there's definitely a benefit in understanding how things work and how source is everywhere in all, just everywhere. How you can recognize source and talk to source.
And how does that benefit you? Or how would that benefit others?
Just makes me happy to be able to recognize source in everything. It's just a feeling, an inner feeling. It gives me a bigger perspective about the world. Gives me hope, a feeling of expansion. And it makes me feel bigger than I am. I'm just a small bug. actually, but when I know I can talk to the fairies and they tell me some about their adventures, make me laugh. And
So tell me about the tea party.
it's
Did
so
you,
cute. They are all different. They have those different shapes. They laugh all the time. They are just making jokes. I cannot stop laughing at this party. I really feel I'm with people that I know, or I feel very well with them. I feel very at home with them. They are very funny and I like to watch them, to watch their costumes, the way they behave.
can you tell me about their costumes? Tell me what they look like.
Some look like flowers, but they have those little eyes. Some look like other bugs in a way. They are very thin. They have something they, like a silhouette of a human being, but probably that's the way I perceive them because I see them through Andrea's eyes. Andrea was a bug herself. I would see them even differently. It's not so much about their form, it's about their frequency, I guess, and the way they want to show themselves. Also, I have the feeling they can show themselves the way they want to because they don't have physical bodies. They have just, probably call them astral bodies. So they can change shapes. And I can imagine they change their shapes in according to the plants they take care of or animals they take care of. It's like the soul of the plant.
And so at this tea party, are you actually drinking tea?
I am.
Tell me about that.
This porcelain cup, very cute. Tea doesn't seem to be a black tea. It's plants tea made of some flowers. Very tasty. There's even some honey in it from the bees. The more tea they drink, the crazier they get. It's like an aphrodisiacum. It makes you feel good.
How about you? How does it make you feel?
It's very new for me.
Is this your first tea party with the fairies?
It is. I feel very strange. I'm not used to this. Being in position to just sit there at the table and drink tea. That's quite new. They talk to me as if I'm a real intelligent being. I am probably, but I've never been acknowledged as this from the side of the other bugs. They are just functioning and doing the stuff that they need to do to survive. They are not taking their time to laugh and to tell jokes and to really appreciate life, maybe do something crazy.
How do you respond to the fairies when they talk to you?
I feel, well, I'm very grateful that I can share their party, their world, that they share it with me. I feel completely as if they're my family, or as if I'm part of them. And even though I look so different, they don't care. They just accepted me because I was acknowledging them and they are acknowledging me. So there's a mutual acceptance and love that makes us probably very similar frequency. So we found each other even though we were so different in appearance.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anything else that stands out to you about that scene?
Feel at home. It makes me feel home.
At that tea party, you feel at home?
That tea party. Yeah.
Okay, well now let's leave that scene. And I want you to drift and float to another time and another place in this lifetime that we're looking at. You've moved forward to another time, another day that's important. You're there now. What do you notice?
It's spring and I'm flying. I can see the big grass under my feet. I feel happy because I'm in the air again. You
Is
can
this
see
the
the
first time?
sunlight.
Tell me more about that.
There's nothing better than flying.
What do you notice about flying?
It's just fun. It's just fun. So it's fun. It's just life feels so light from that perspective.
And so what happens next?
It just ends abruptly. I'm eaten by a bird.
Oh. How does that feel?
I'm happy.
Mhm.
I'm happy to share my life with the bird. I'm greeting her. She's greeting me. And she's being thankful to. Well, she seems like a clever bird. She seems like she's understanding what I am. Well, her soul greets me.
And what does she understand about what you are?
I'm not just food. Yes, she knows I'm a soul. She's being grateful that I give her my life for her to be able to survive. So she's making it clear at the time she's eating me, there's a kindness that I can feel that comes from her soul to my soul.
Beautiful.
So it's no tragedy, it's just I'm like merging with another soul.
Nice. Okay, and so now that you've passed to the other side and you can see things from a different perspective, I want you to look back on that life and tell me what motivated you in that life?
It shows that no matter what you are, big or small, you can have a certain consciousness of being respectful for everything that surrounds you, having respect and love to all there is in all situations. And that's the only thing that matters.
And so what was the theme of that life?
It's no other than the human life.
What do you mean by that?
Doesn't matter if you're a bug or if you're a human. Quality of life is in the openness that you have for everything that surrounds you, in your love that you have and that you can perceive. Actually, in being able to be open for the aliveness of all that surrounds you. That's the quality of life.